Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about how you keep attracting people who don't pull their weight and how to stop it.
How to stop it today.
So today we're going to be talking about codependency, especially from the perspective of the
hero and the rescuer. Most likely you are a hero or a rescuer if you are an empath, a natural caregiver, and just a naturally resilient person. If you're a healer, if you've found yourself in leadership roles or roles like a coach, you probably also have a bit of that hero rescuer.
If you're a social worker, if you're a therapist, if you're a doctor, if you're a massage therapist, if you're a psychic, if you're an energy healer, if you're any of those things, this video is for you, so stick around.
Yeah, you probably have some of that archetype going on in your relationships. You ready to get down to it?
First, it's important for you to know that codependency does not have to be about alcoholism or drug abuse. Codependency can happen in any relationship. I'm talking it could happen with your romantic partner or spouse. It could happen between a parent or a child. It can happen in a work relationship. It can literally happen in any of your relationships.
It can happen with you and your parents, not just you and your children. It can happen with your friendships. It can happen everywhere. So you guys ready for story time? It is time for codependent love stories. I'm Team Yellow, also known as the victim, and Rosie is Team Pink, also known as the hero or the rescuer. So we're gonna give you a little show. Team Yellow, I'm sad.
Team Pink, I'll make you happy.
I feel lonely when you leave.
Then I'll never leave.
I'm cold.
I'll just set myself on fire to keep you warm. How's that? So how many of you guys can relate to this, to being Team Yellow or being Team Pink?
Who's the unhealthy one in this relationship? It's not just Team Yellow, it's not just Team Pink.
There's both of us!
Actually an interplay where somebody must stop this from happening. And if you realize it's you, you gotta make that choice.
Yeah, and also, whether you're Team Yellow or you're Team Pink, there's no judgment. This can happen in the best relationships. This can happen in even healthy relationships have elements of codependency. It's all about learning how to recognize it and become aware of it so you can change the patterns before they become toxic. All right, so just more in 1 second. So there's two things to realize if you're on Team Pink. Number one side is that I am a natural caregiver. I'm a natural empath. I love to take care of people. I love to make people feel welcome. It makes me feel good to do that. And so side two is that I never, ever thought I could identify with the word codependent, because in my mind, the word codependent meant that I'm depending on someone else. And for me, being who I am, I just repelled myself away from that word for so long because I didn't really realize what it meant. I'm an independent person. I'm fiercely independent. I'm so independent that I've always taken care of everyone else around me, physically, emotionally, financially, whatever. And so for me to hear the word codependent, I just thought, oh, no, that's definitely not me. What I didn't realize until the age of 30, when my marriage was falling apart, our marriage was falling apart, and I actually broke down and read the freaking book.
Codependent No More.
Codependent No More, right? The classic book that I resisted for 30 years, that I realized why my caregiving could sometimes become an unhealthy or a toxic thing. So I'm gonna break that down for you in just a second.
And caregiving is not actually a bad thing. It's not. It becomes an unhealthy thing when it goes into the arena that Rosie's gonna tell you about.
So here's how you can tell if your caregiving has taken on a toxic edge. Number one, when you start to take away life duties from another capable, keyword, capable human being, you start to show them that they are not trusted to do it the right way. You start to disempower them. They will start to lose confidence, they'll start to give up, and eventually they'll just be scrolling on their phone in bed all day while you're cleaning up the laundry, taking out the trash, cooking dinner, and all the other things, thinking like resentment, and how the hell did he get along before I came around, that kind of thing.
And you know, the really interesting thing is it starts with little things. Like when we first got together, we moved in together, you just started doing my laundry. You just started doing it.
So no big deal, I'll just add it onto my own.
I actually was like, no, I don't want you to do my laundry, because I've been down this road with people where they just start doing everything for you, and then you're like, where's my own sense of autonomy and independence? You know, that is the Team Pink thing to do. Yeah, I just want to do this. I just want to do this. But yeah, tell them more.
Well, the other side of this, the other way that you can tell that your caregiving has taken on a codependent edge or a toxic edge is when you start to think, well, like I said before, how the hell did he do all this stuff before I came around? And then you start to realize that the way that you find validation and meaning, the way that you prove that you're worthy of love is by doing things for other people or holding up their emotional, taking care of them emotionally, right? So if you come in and you start to caretake for somebody or do the work for somebody else, either whether it's physically or emotionally, that's how you prove that you're worthy of love. And without that, you feel like, well, how could anybody ever love me if I'm not doing all the things for them? So that's when it becomes unhealthy.
Yeah. So who can relate to being on Team Pink? And it doesn't mean you have to be on Team Pink all the time, but if you have any relationships where you're Team Pink, Team Hero, Team Rescuer, call yourself out in the comments and say, I am Team Pink. I'm a hero. I'm a rescuer. No shame.
Shiro. The other thing I wanted to just throw out here is this is just a way that this can show up in friendship relationships. If you're still not sure whether you're Team Pink or not yet, how many of you are the person that all your friends call at 3 a.m. when they're having a nervous breakdown, or they're drunk and they're stuck on the side of the road, or their boyfriend and them got in a fight, and without you being there, you fear for their safety or for their well-being? How many of you are that person? That was me for so many years. I was that person that people called at 3 a.m. to come rescue them, and I liked being that person. I found validation in being that person. So if that's you, you're definitely Team Pink. And we're about to give you 3 ways to start to bring more balance back into your life and heal the codependent patterns. So you guys ready for this?
Number 1, start spending time alone. Independence is key for healing the hero, rescuer, archetypal wounds. And so when you're spending time alone, this is non-negotiable alone time that you are putting on your calendar. And what you are saying to the universe and to yourself is, my happiness doesn't depend on caretaking of other people. My worthiness for love doesn't depend on what I'm doing for others. I can actually enjoy my time, love myself without the validation of others, and I'm good. Number 2, start saying no.
Yeah.
Start saying no. Start saying no, 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 no. And now actually, not no, 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 not no all the time. Just no when it actually means no to you.
Yeah, just, a good way to do this is if somebody asks you to do something that typically you wouldn't be doing, something additional to what you already do, take a moment to just pause, take a deep breath, and just feel into what your gut says. If your gut says no, just say no. The other person might get uncomfortable for a moment. It might be really uncomfortable for you, but gradually, the more you get used to it, it's like a muscle. You start to develop strength with your nose, and you start to develop a more clear connection to your intuition and to your gut. And then gradually, you really start to know, this is a no for me right away, as opposed to saying yes, 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 until you feel overwhelmed and you blow up.
And a good way to check in, is it a no or a yes? We have a phrase called, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And the ways to feel into if it's a hell yes is simply asking yourself, do I have enough time to do this in an easeful, enjoyable way? And do I really, really want to do this, and will it bring me absolute sheer pleasure and delight? That's a hell yes. Anything other than that, start saying no to. And actually, we do this thing in June called Just Say No June, where we really get strong about saying no if it's not a hell yes. And I challenge you to do that this week. And then there's number 3. Number 3, I think, might be the one that pushes your boundaries the most. Ask for help. Yes, yes.
You're all gonna go like this.
Strong, you hero who does everything for everybody. You independent person. You get to start flexing the muscle of receiving and asking for help. And what that will do to the people. So uncomfortable. What that will do for the people around you is it will bring them a sense of empowerment and contribution, and give them a sense of pride that they've been robbed of because you've been doing everything for them. So asking for help is not actually a selfish thing. It is something that empowers people to do. People like to give.
Yeah.
You know, you like to give, other people probably like to give. There's something beautiful about giving. It's just when it gets imbalanced and you're always the giver and the other person's always the receiver, relationships can get unhealthy.
Well,
so
yeah, giving is only complete when there is a receiving that also happens. So like you have to have that balance. You have to complete the cycle. So if you're a giver, you have to receive just as much as you give. You have to be willing to receive just as much as you give. You have to be willing to give other people the pleasure of giving to you, right? Because otherwise you're taking that opportunity away from them to feel good about something.
it's true. And also you start giving from an empty cup. And
Yeah.
when you do that,
You burn out.
we'll make more videos on that.
Yeah. So this technique and these 3 tools have really helped our relationship and countless thousands of other people's relationships, because we teach these tools to all of our coaching clients from around the world. We've been doing it for years, and we've seen relationship after relationship heal, grow back together, become more powerful, more balanced, more joyful. We've seen people on the verge of getting divorced get back together again over and over and over again.
We've actually seen parents, children, thank them for having boundaries, structure, and clarity.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
It's amazing. So please apply these 3 tools if you're feeling like you're Team Pink, and watch the magic unfold. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this.
And before you go, we're gonna step into exercise number 3 and ask you for some help. Please share this video with somebody who you think would love it, because we're trying to grow our YouTube channel right now, and we could use your help. If you're getting stuff from these videos, please share them with other people.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.